Hey friends, it's Awkwardly Random with Cinthia and Michelle, where we talk about random topics.
Anything and everything awkward is on the table, so let's dive right in.
Everybody, welcome back to Awkwardly Random.
With Cinthia and Michelle.
This is our last
Woo!
episode of the year, everyone.
Yes.
Well, we're gonna
We
keep
made it. We're
going.
here.
We
Well,
made it.
it's been a rough year, I think. With everything happening
Yeah.
with Gaza and Congo and Sudan.
Yeah.
So it's fucking weird.
Yeah. It's a weird feeling right now. And I mean, I'm very grateful for what I have and also realizing like there's a lot of really, really fucked up things happening right now in the world.
Yeah.
So carrying those two things together is weird, like you said. It's just weird. It's strange.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're here. One more episode
Sorry, I
here.
dampened the mood, but I don't
No,
know.
I
I
mean,
just
no,
can't. I
gotta talk
literally
about it.
cannot focus. I mean, I obviously can focus and come I but it's hard. It's been hard to like the
Yeah.
past since October and just everything. I think in general it's been really hard, and it's so weird how like people in the US specifically just don't care anymore. It feels like, it's just like people were posting about it, which is good, and I know some people are still talking about stuff happening around the world, but most people aren't. Most people are very focused on like it's the holiday time and
Yeah.
getting together with family, which is good. Like, but also like people should also acknowledge everything else happening. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's just like it feels weird, and I don't know how to like balance it, or maybe you can't even balance it with something so
Yeah, I don't
big
know how
like this
you would balance
happening,
something like that. Yeah.
So it feels wrong to like I don't know. I just don't feel the Christmas spirit. I
Mhm.
haven't felt it since like 2020.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like there's been this shift, and it just feels weird. It feels like icky to just be like ignoring everything, like or
Mhm.
what people are trying to do. Like, and I can't ignore everything. So yeah,
Yeah, and we shouldn't. We shouldn't be
yeah,
ignoring it,
we shouldn't.
People can, but they shouldn't.
Yeah, stop ignoring it if you're
Don't
listening.
ignore
Well,
it. This is still
I feel
happening.
yeah, I feel like if people listen to us, they're probably not ignoring it and are aware. So shout out to y'all.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, people should be, I think, being a little bit more active, especially with people not really working, maybe because of the holidays, like
Hmm.
calling your representatives, writing letters, posting on social media. Like there's a
Hmm.
lot we can do, especially if people are not working right now.
Hmm. Yeah. A lot of people do have off during this time. I have off actually this week.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is the perfect time to keep doing more things, keep talking about it, sharing on social media.
Do
I
it
think
as a family.
yeah, yeah, do it with your
Yeah.
friends, with your family, whatever. I feel like this happens all the time though, Michelle, like with the
Mm-hmm.
Ukraine thing, right? With everything that happened in Ukraine and just things happen and then there's a lot of momentum in terms of people talking about it and whatnot, and there's a lot of anger, rightly so, and all this kind of all these kind of things. And then time goes by and then it subsides into like people's reactions and people talking about it and then they move on to something else and then another thing happens and it's like a
Yeah.
cycle.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's a balance. I don't think
I don't think there is. I don't
there.
think there should be right now.
Yeah, and right now maybe there shouldn't be. That's right.
Yeah.
So I feel weird doing
So
this
we'll come back.
episode.
Yeah, we feel weird. I think it's good that we're acknowledging that it's fucking weird. It's good that we're talking about it. We
Yeah.
should be doing more. I think everybody should be doing more.
Yeah.
But
And we're
yeah,
not saying don't celebrate. We're not saying don't have a good time
I'm
this
saying don't
holiday.
celebrate. I'm just kidding.
Like I think yeah, spend time with your family. I think
Yeah.
right, like it's
No,
okay,
yeah, I'm just kidding.
but like don't ignore it either.
Well, yeah, I say don't ignore it. Definitely be more involved. Do what you can. I feel like a lot of people just are very comfortable and will not go out of their comfort
Yeah.
for topics like these, which is really sad
Mm-hmm.
and terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I think there's so much more that everyone could be doing it. I'm including
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, everybody could be doing more, TBH.
So we'll keep talking about it as usual, and
Yeah.
we are not ignoring it, and we wanted to acknowledge this first before we even move into the episode, which shows
Yeah.
that we were able to talk about it a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where to go from here now.
Well, okay, so we for this last episode, we kind of so for people who don't know, every time we do a podcast episode, we have a general outline that we kind of sort of plan out
Yeah.
beforehand. And so for this episode, this is our outline, okay? So obviously welcoming us back last year or last year. Whoops. Last episode of the year. I'm like last every year of our lives, but just kidding. But the awkwardly random question, which we usually do, and then we're gonna get a little bit into Christmas presents, worst and best, received and given. And we were also going to try to share people's stories. So if you follow us on Instagram, you know that we posted requesting stories. But nobody responded. So that's okay. We can
Yeah.
still we can still work through that. We can share our own stories. But yeah, that's our general, and then just reflecting on 2023.
Yep.
I think is super important. But it's gonna be a good episode. Let's just see where it takes us.
Okay. So, awkwardly random question. I think you put this one. Favorite
Mm-hmm.
holiday song? That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Holiday song. Well, I don't have one in particular. Okay, so this came to mind just the first thing that came to mind was when we do the posadas every Christmas. Like you sing back and forth to one another. Like some people are inside, some people are outside, and you start like singing and responding, or like um
Freaking hilarious.
mi burritos, what is it?
Mi burrito sabanero, mi camino de Belén.
Yeah, like those songs came to mind, and
Oh, okay.
that brought
That's
me some warmth.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what I think of.
Nice.
You?
I don't know if I have a favorite holiday. Okay, so I used to be really into Christmas, and then 2020 happened, and then my
Yeah.
grandma passed away in 2021. So
Mhm.
I've I haven't really been I haven't looked at Christmas the same way, to be
Yeah,
honest.
that's fair.
I still really like the music, but it feels weird. And especially
Mhm.
now, like I mentioned, it just feels weird.
Yeah.
But the songs that I really do like are also Mi Burrito Sabanero.
Mhm.
Um, La Virgen. ¿Cuál es la canción de la Virgen? Like, oh,
Okay.
Peces en el Río. Peces en el
Oh,
Río.
uh-huh.
That one's really
That's
good. That's
lovely.
because like okay, so when I grew up, my mom actually bought us a CD of this women group that were like really like dressed up as sexy Santas in the front cover. I don't know what they're called, but we had a CD and they literally played all the songs or they sang the songs.
Yeah.
And obviously they had a lot of good songs on there and they were in Spanish.
Mhm.
Those are a lot of my favorite ones, but I also in high school I was in choir and we did Carol of the Bells. That song is so iconic. The hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all
Yeah.
seem to sing. I love that song. And it was so cool singing it with a choir and with a group.
That's cool.
I was an alto, by the way. If you can't tell by my voice, my deep voice, I'm an alto.
I'm
Oh, wait,
an alto
I
too
was
in choir class.
actually I was between both. I could do soprano and alto, but
Cool.
I think I was an alto, but I would do both parts. I mean, depending on the song, I would do one or two parts.
Mhm.
Either way, I really like that song. And then obviously, all I want for Christmas is
Right, Gary.
not me, not Hermione, you.
My gosh.
I had to throw in the Harry Potter reference, but
Yeah.
obviously Mariah Carey.
Did we talk about this? Do you consider just that made me think of something? Do you consider Harry Potter movies Christmas movies? There's a debate
No.
about this.
Okay, no, but I can see the argument where you can consider them Christmas movies because a lot of them do happen within the holiday season. Like that time where no, a lot of the breaks and stuff I think happened between vacation time where they go to
Yep.
school, and a lot of it was during the winter/Christmas time. So I could
Yep.
see why, because in their world it was Christmas, it would be considered a Christmas movie. But whether it has the aspects of like the Christmas spirit or Santa or whatever the fuck you want to call them, I don't really think that. But I can see the argument where, yeah. So I guess sure.
Yeah. So I love watching Harry Potter during Christmas time. Like I have this craving to watch it, but I never
Yeah.
really considered them Christmas movies. And like you said, yes, there's Christmas elements in there. And a lot of the scenes around Christmas time are really beautiful with all the
They
lights, the
are.
tree, and like
The
the
snow.
snow. Yeah, all of it.
Mhm.
They have all those really beautiful elements. Of course, it's fun to watch that during that time.
Mhm.
But I don't know, there's like a debate about it. I wanted to hear your thoughts. When you said Harry Potter and Chris, it just made me think of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I
What
feel
you
like I
think?
do watch them more during Christmas. Or not
Yeah.
Christmas, but the winter time, I mean.
Wintertime, yeah.
Mhm.
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 Let us know what y'all think because I could see, like you said, Michelle, this argument go either way. I could see both
Mhm.
sides. I'm not really sure. I don't necessarily
Yeah.
consider them Christmas movies, but I do like to watch them around that time.
Yeah. Or you're like my sister, she literally watches them every month. So, yeah.
Harry Potter films?
Yeah, she watches them all the time.
Wait, older sister, younger sister?
Younger sister, Jackie.
Really?
Yeah, every single time I'm home, she would like when she does my nails, she'll put on one of the Harry Potter movies. So I get my nails done every time I see her. So you can imagine how many times I've watched these movies with her.
What? I'm surprised. I pegged her more for like Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit.
Oh yeah, those two, but
Okay.
I think she's been more into Harry Potter this past year.
Okay.
And that's how I reference the quote, not me, not Hermione, you.
You.
So yeah, and plus TikTok, where I got that from, which is hilarious. But
Okay,
yeah,
that was the quote or the phrase or whatever you want to call it of our cabin trip.
yeah,
He said that
that was
the
my
entire
fault.
time.
I felt so bad. I feel like I annoyed everybody. So sorry, but yeah, it was fun.
I went along with it. I was cracking up.
I know.
It was
But yeah,
great.
that was basically the quote or the soundtrack of the cabin trip that we
Yeah.
went to in November.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
you know what? The Harry Potter soundtracks, like the songs, those are fun to listen
Yes.
to around Christmas time since we're talking about
Oh,
holiday songs and
yes.
whatnot.
Yeah, and I think the soundtrack is what also helps the argument as to why they can be considered like Christmas
Yeah, the
movies.
music.
The soundtracks are so iconic and just just nice to listen to. Good
Mm-hmm.
vibes.
Mm-hmm. So, any Harry Potter fans? We'd love to connect because I'm a big
Yeah, let us
Harry
know.
Potter fan.
For real. Hufflepuff.
Okay, yeah. All right. So,
I just said Hufflepuff. Yep.
oh, that's
Okay,
what you
next.
said. I heard you say something else. Hufflepuff. Yeah, me too. Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
I heard
Okay.
you say hit us up,
Oh, no, but you can go
and I was like,
interact
yeah,
with us.
yeah. You're a Hufflepuff. I'm a Hufflepuff too.
Yeah. I need to
I
take the
love it.
test. Maybe I changed, but maybe not. I love being a Hufflepuff. We're
I
cool.
mean, I love being a Hufflepuff too. I
Mhm.
see, I see myself in all of the houses. Like
Ooh, okay, Divergent.
I could be Slytherin,
Yeah.
I could be Draco's friend.
You would not be his friend. I feel like
You
you
don't think I
wouldn't be
would?
his friend. I don't think you would.
No, because he's mean.
No. Yeah, he's mean. Like,
Okay,
no, he's a bully.
yeah, he is a
He's a
bully,
bully.
straight up. It was
Um,
interesting seeing the actor. So he's in The Flash, in the CW show The Flash.
oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it's hilarious. So there's a reference. I mean, this show has been on for a long time now, so whatever,
Yeah.
spoilers.
Yeah.
But there's
Spoil-
a reference to a philosopher's stone in the show with the
Wow,
actor that played
interesting.
Draco Malfoy, and he's like
That's
this
funny.
archaeologist type person that like looks for the stone, and it's called the philosopher's stone. I'm like, y'all would
I
put the
love that.
reference in, and also it's freaking great.
Yeah, I love
So,
when shows or movies like cross-reference each
Yes.
other.
Mhm.
That's so iconic, especially if like you've seen all these movies or
Yeah.
shows or whatever and these actors. So it's pretty funny when they do that.
And it wasn't like cheesy, you know? It
Yeah.
was it tied so well into the story. It was like season 3, I want to say. Um,
Mm.
but talk to Jesus. Jesus has seen it, right? The Flash.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't.
Yeah, he'll know. He'll know what I'm talking about. But
Mhm.
anyway, we love all this. Love it, love it, love it.
For sure.
And something we may not love is the worst Christmas presents we've ever received.
Yeah.
Can
You
you
have
think of
yours? Yes, I can.
one?
And
Okay.
this doesn't mean we're not grateful to receive presents. I also think that like presents are not the end all be all of Christmas, too. This is just
Yeah.
for fun.
And we've talked about this in a previous podcast.
Yeah. So listen to that one if you want to have a more serious talk about presents.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, okay, worst presents received. Okay, so this is gonna be a story again, but
Story time.
yeah, so there was a Secret Santa. We did Secret Santa, and it's hilarious because I've been listening to Secret Santa TikTok stories of like work for the
Oh,
workplace. But this wasn't work related. This was when I was really little and I used to go to school in California and we decided to do Secret Santa, or I guess the teachers decided to do it for us. So the kids, each kid would get a different kid, right? So then that means the parent would have to buy the present for the
yep.
kid. So
Yep.
I was really little, and somebody got me. I don't even know who got me, and I got socks. But the worst thing is, these socks didn't even fit me.
Were they
They
too
were like,
small?
they were huge. They were for
Oh,
men. They were men's socks. But yeah, so it was like a Hanes. What is it? Hanes the brand?
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
Hanes men socks for me as a child. So
That is
I was so
hilarious.
disappointed. I was so upset and like, yeah. And I was at an early age. So at that early age, I feel like just Christmas presents were just, I was like, no.
And as a
Um,
kid, I mean, I don't know, right? Most kids
yeah.
will not be so excited when they receive clothes as presents.
Yeah.
So not only did you
Yeah.
receive a clothing item, but you received socks that didn't even fit you. And yeah, what are you gonna do with that?
Yeah, but
Puppets.
I think yeah, but I also think that like if I think back then, we lived in a low income poor community,
Yeah,
so I can imagine like parents not being able to afford presents for this extra person, you know?
yeah,
So at the same time like now that I'm an adult, I can understand.
yeah.
So yeah. I mean, I'm sure my mom or somebody else used those socks, so yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, Hanes is a good brand. Keep them.
Yeah. Keep them. Well, they're gone now.
Yeah. Well, I would, yeah. If I would have gotten those, yeah, keep them, do whatever you gotta do with them, but don't throw
Yeah.
them out. Or you could
Well,
donate.
yeah, obviously.
Donate.
Yeah, you could donate that. But
There's a
yeah,
lot you can do with presents.
that was just my worst Christmas present. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was a memorable one. I still remember it to this day.
Yeah. The only one I remember, so I've never been one like super into makeup or doing nails or things like that, but I remember like as a
No, I'm just
got
kidding.
like I know, shocker. As a kid, I got like this little kit that's for like nails and stuff, and like you
I
would
would
think,
have
right,
loved
that I
that.
would like that. You would think that
Yeah,
like
maybe.
little girl would maybe be excited about that.
Yeah,
I
not
was
everyone's the same.
disappointed in it. I was like, what am I gonna do with this? And I was a
How
kid,
old were
like
you?
whatever. I was like this little ungrateful little kid. Like, what the fuck?
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know how old I was, but and it came with like a little perfumey thing. You know, like those kids kit
oh,
things. And I
that's
hated the smell
cool.
of the perfume. I sound so bitter, but like I didn't like the perfume smell. The nails, they came with like this little set of like fake nails, which I was never gonna put on. To me,
Okay.
it was not an exciting gift. I can understand for other people, maybe for another
You
child.
got a whole ass kit, makeup, nails, perfume. Wow. You should have
I would've-
donated it to me.
yeah. You know what? I would have taken the socks.
No, you wouldn't have. You wouldn't even have worn them. They wouldn't
I
even
would
have
have
fit
traded
you.
you.
You know, wear them as mittens or something.
Like, I'll make some puppets. I don't know. I'll get creative.
Oh my god.
Dude, I was so that was not nice of me to feel that way, but I felt that way.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, some people are not into that kind of stuff, so it would make sense if that wasn't an interest of
Look,
you.
stereotype because I was a little girl and you expect me to like those things. I didn't like them.
Yeah.
I'm still not into doing that kind of stuff, so it
Yeah.
is what it is. Okay. What's the best or yeah, what's the best Christmas present you received or given?
Mm, I think last year after like it was a 1 year anniversary after my grandma passed,
Mhm.
my mom gave me my grandma's like mandil, which is like an apron.
Oh,
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. And my grandma like would like ¿cómo se le dice? Embroider parts of the apron. And
yeah.
so and it's the apron that she would, or I hate saying apron, but mandil, the mandil she would wear all the time. My grandma, I don't know why she just would always wear a mandil, but
Mm.
you know, my grandma's one of she really like is a Mexican traditional indigenous mujer where she would always
Yeah.
have like her braids or her braids in a bun and her mandil. So
Yeah.
the mandil she would always wear, my mom gave to me
Mhm.
last year. Because last year we really didn't do presents just because like yeah, it was really sad and
Mhm.
yeah, so we didn't really do presents, but she did give me that of my grandma's. So
That's
now I have
super
it with
special.
me. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's the best Christmas present I've ever received. I don't really wear it. I don't want to ruin it, and I also don't really cook that much.
Mhm.
So maybe in the future I will wear it more, but yeah, it's just really nice to have.
Yeah. Oh, that's a very
Mhm.
meaningful, very meaningful gift.
Yeah.
I think those are the best ones, right? When they're very meaningful.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
so those are definitely the best ones.
Yeah. What about you? Best Christmas present you've received?
Received. Well, I always appreciate gifts where like it's something that you're not really expecting, but then you realize, oh wow, this person really paid attention to me when I said something that I
Yeah.
was interested in or whatever, or they made note of my interest and so I've received gifts where it helps with that set interest, right? So like
Mm-hmm.
my mom got me these are expensive, the On Clouds running shoes, because she knew at that time that I was starting to
Wow.
running and I've done a lot of 5Ks and we did our first 10K together. So running has been
Yeah.
something that we like to do together. And I had mentioned we talked about shoes and stuff like that and how I really want to get ones that are good support so that I could continue running and
Yeah.
being in that aspect of my life. Never thought I would, I thought I was just gonna buy them at some point in the future, but those are kind of pricey. Um,
Yeah.
so she got them for me for Christmas. And I don't know, I'm real it's cool when people that you love like actually pay attention to your interests and what you like.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that's amazing. That's so
so
nice that she like added to that interest of yours that way
yeah,
you can continue to do it. And then
yeah.
you would do it together.
And we do it
So
together,
that's
which is like
the
my favorite thing. Like
yeah,
Jasmine and I do a bunch of 5Ks, but my
I
mom did our
know.
very first 10K together. So
Yeah, that was
that was like
cool.
super cool to experience that with my mom.
Yeah, she's super fit too and
She
healthy, your
is.
mom.
She loves to be very active.
Hmm.
So,
That's
we
good.
go to the gym together, which is cool. And
Wow.
like a lot of our time together, we do something active, which is really fun. Uh,
Yeah, that's so nice.
so that was really nice of her. I forgiven. I made a few, was it 2 or 3 years ago? I made them like my family, my sister, my mom. I made them candles out of scratch. Um,
Ooh,
was actually a lot of fun. Shout out to Yolanda, who has been a guest on this podcast, maybe
yeah.
I think twice. She's a friend of ours, and she taught us how to make candles.
Ooh,
So it's really cool. Like I think those are also really meaningful gifts when they're made, whatever, like I made them and then I put the little scents in there and I drew like my sister loves sharks, so she
hmm.
put a shark on there with a little quote.
Oh,
My
that's
mom
nice.
drew like a mom and a daughter and then like a
Yeah.
quote there. So I don't know. I think those are really fun.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Best Christmas gift I've ever given. I didn't even think about this. Okay, so I feel like I'm really bad at gift giving.
No,
I
you're not,
used
because you know what you gave me one year?
what did I give you?
You actually made it for me. Do you remember?
Oh yeah, there was a phase where I would make things for people. Okay, so what did I do? I forgot. Sorry.
So you made me the Wisconsin blanket.
Oh yeah, I did.
I still have it and I still use
These
it all the time.
Yay. Okay, so that one's mine. But yeah, okay, that's really nice. I'm really glad you still like it and you still have it.
Yeah, I still have it. It's really
Um, I think I did that one year and I did blankets for a lot of people.
hmm
And they really like them. Like similar to what you did with the candles, because sometimes money is short or like back, you know what I mean? Like you just gotta do what you gotta do. And I feel like making something is a lot more meaningful, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was a phase where I would do things like that. And then did we say worst present we've ever given?
No, we haven't done that one yet.
Okay. So
Oh,
I don't okay, so I can be thoughtful and I can get people good presents, but other times I don't know what to get and I just panic and so I just buy whatever.
yeah.
Um but I know that I've given really good gifts, but I know that I've given really bad gifts
Oops.
before. Um so I think a bad gift that I've given was to Jesus. So for people who don't know, Jesus is my partner and we've been together for a while. But I think this was the first Christmas we've ever spent or had together as a couple. And I didn't know what to get him. We were long distance. And I didn't know. And I was in college, so I didn't have that much money. And so I was like, what the fuck do I get this man, right? And so then I think I just went to a store and I went to like a game store. And I
Yeah.
think we talked about how much we like playing games together and stuff like that. And so I got him this like ping pong table, but like not a big one, like a small one. And so he seemed excited at first, but then when we started playing it, it like broke.
Oh my
Like
God.
the first time we used it, like the first time we played, and I felt
Yeah.
so bad and embarrassed. Because it was the first present I gave him, and yeah. But luckily, I mean, it worked out. He didn't care. It was fine. He enjoyed it while it lasted. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think that was probably one of the worst presents I've given.
That was for Christmas?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. I can't think of like a Christmas one. I do remember I gave Jasmine, I think to celebrate something, I got her some cupcakes, some s'mores cupcakes. She
Mm-hmm.
likes s'mores, so I was like, she's gotta like s'mores cupcakes. And she freaking does not like that flavor. Or I want to say it was if it was not s'mores, it was something else. But I remember getting her cupcakes. Like I was excited to treat her to some cupcakes to celebrate
Yeah.
something. And
Yeah.
she doesn't even like them. So I was so embarrassed. I was embarrassed and I was disappointed that I didn't know she didn't like that.
Yeah. You're like, you don't like this? Oh.
Yeah. And I was like,
Yeah.
wait, has she told me this before? Did I just not pay attention? Like, how
That's funny.
inconsiderate. I felt so bad
Oh
because I was
my
super
gosh.
excited and I was getting her these cupcakes and stuff. And yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I guess I gotta eat them by myself.
But I mean, you tried. I feel like sometimes it is the thought that counts
The
sometimes,
intention, yeah.
the intention behind it. And I feel like most people, especially like if you are in a relationship with them or whatever, if you're family or friends, like I don't feel like it really does fall on the actual gift. I think it's
Right.
just more, at least for me, growing like being older now, realizing that what I value more is like spending time together with
hmm
people, not necessarily like gifts or things like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
they're nice, but they're not like a requirement.
Yeah. So that's the worst I could think of. If I think of anything else, I'll post it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
As we said in the beginning of this episode, this year sucked for many reasons, and it's
yeah.
still a very hard year. But we're going to reflect on the good and
Yeah.
the bad, on everything.
Good, bad,
Yeah.
ugly, beautiful. I don't know. I'm trying to
Ugly,
give options here.
beautiful.
All right. Do you want to
Like,
go first? I don't even know what happened. I'm like, this is a flash. What happened?
what happened this year?
Well,
Um,
you're going into a huge transition.
yes, I
That's
know.
exciting.
So we're moving a week from today.
I know. You're gonna start the new year in a new state.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I'm excited for
Right.
you.
Thank you.
All right, so reflect on your year, Beans. What's up? What happened? Where are we? What are we doing?
What are we doing? Well, this year I turned 30.
Oh
That was
yeah, we
something.
did. That was we both turned 30,
We
okay?
both turned
We
30.
both turned 30. We're
You before
30.
me.
A, a new decade. Wow. I'm so excited. I mean,
We
I am
started,
excited, but
yeah, now we're approaching 31. Whole other thing. So
yep.
we turned
Yep.
30. Michelle, I got to see you on like three separate occasions this year, which was more than last year. So
Yep,
that's a
that
win.
is true. Yep, win for sure.
We did our cabin trip. We did our family or our friends get together,
Mm-hmm.
which we had talked about for so long and it just never happened. So I'm actually grateful that we actually made it happen this year.
Yep. And then we did like a kind of going away party in Chicago
Mm-hmm.
last weekend.
Yeah. Oh, that was so fun. That was very
Yeah,
wholesome for me and for
it was really
Jasmine too. We
nice.
really appreciated y'all being there and
Yeah, that was
taking
fun.
the drive over.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I did more traveling this year. That was one of my goals from last year, I think, was to do a
Oh.
little bit more traveling. So we went to
Mm-hmm.
Puerto Rico, we went to Vegas, we went to Spain.
Wow, you did travel.
More than last year for sure.
Yeah.
I ran my first 10K.
Wow.
I'm thinking like what all happened?
Yeah.
Uh okay, so not to kind of ruin the mood, but the absolute hardest thing this year was in the beginning in January when we surrendered one of our dogs and then our other dog got attacked by another dog that same
Oh my
day.
gosh. Oh
Like that
no.
day was just an absolute nightmare. It was the hardest thing, and that was the start of 2023.
Oh
So
my gosh.
we started off on a terrible note, but
Mm-hmm.
our dog is okay. We are still, I mean, I know Jasmine is too, still grieving our other dog. And it was a
Yeah.
really hard decision to make. And yeah, I mean, it's just hard. It's hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
So there were some hard moments this year, some good moments this year, and we'll see what happens next year in Texas.
Yeah. That's a good. A lot of things happened.
A lot of things, yeah.
Yeah. For me,
Talk to me, Mish. How was your year?
my year was chill. I kind of liked it.
Yeah.
January started off with my birthday. I'm a Capricorn. Capricorn is here now, so we end and start the years as with in season of Capricorn. So I'm so happy.
Okay. All right.
So
I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
don't be jealous, don't be a hater, okay?
I'm like, okay, Capricorn.
Yeah, Capricorn started, I think today. And then
Yeah,
obviously in
okay.
January it's Capricorn on my
Yeah.
birthday.
Yep.
So yeah, that was fun turning 30. I think this past year I really focused on work,
Mm-hmm.
saving money,
Mm-hmm.
and really connecting with friends or like
Yeah.
rebuilding or not rebuilding, but like strengthening the
Yeah.
relationships I already had. And I think that was really my goal, is those kind of three things. So I spent a lot of time I spent a lot of time going back to Milwaukee to like spend time with my family, my mom, my sisters, my nieces and nephews. I really got
Yeah.
close to them this year. And that was a big goal of mine. And then I spent more time with my friends. Like I actually went out of my way, I think, to connect with friends like here in Minneapolis, but then also like with
Yeah.
you and Chastity and other people where I um try to get like more out of my shell, I think. So finding a balance with that. And then I also just really focused on work, I think maybe too much. Now that it's December, I'm kind of like, man, I should have taken more time off, or man, I could have traveled more. But I guess I'll do that in 2024,
Yeah,
which
I
is
was gonna
okay.
say you can still do it.
Yeah. Yeah, you live and you learn. So
Yeah.
yeah, I really did focus a lot on my work and my cases, and I think that's really good, but I also feel like I need to find a better balance, and that's okay too.
Mhm.
Um So yeah, and then I know like Jesus and I um just trying to decide like what it because our lease is up in March, trying to decide if we're
Mm,
gonna stay in this apartment or not. And we're the type of people that we can easily move to different apartments. Like we're not really tied to a place. So
yeah.
I really like that he's kind of similar with me in that way.
Mm-hmm.
And then also he started a new job recently, so I'm really happy for him. I know that he was going through his own thing this year, and we were
Okay.
just both trying to be there for each other.
Yeah.
So that was really nice, and it's really nice to see him in a job that he really like seems to love and is thriving and seems really successful in. So I'm really
Shout out
happy
to
for him.
Seuss.
Yeah, so shout out to him. And yeah, so yeah, I did a lot of things that I had in my mind of doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then also another thing that I wanted to do this past year was also reconnect with hobbies or things that I used to like. So I started playing the guitar more. Still don't sound very good, but I love playing the guitar and singing with the guitar.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at it, but whatever. It's a thing that I used to like to do, so now I'm doing that. And then yeah, just trying to be more creative. Um, yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
Lots of good
Chill.
things
It's
you did. I realized you did go back a lot more this year to Milwaukee, uh,
yeah.
previously.
Yeah, I really wanted, I guess, more just strengthening all facets or all types of relationships that I had, like with family and with friends. I
Yeah.
really try to focus on that because the year before I had a lot of I had a lot of support from people, like friends, family that like really nurtured me and took care of me when I was going like through the grieving process with my grandma. So this year I really wanted to make it known, to friends and people around me, yeah, that hey, like you were there for me, I want to be there for you, like just making it work whenever. So,
Yeah. That's awesome.
mhm.
One of like the best things for our health is our relationships.
Mhm.
Having meaningful relationships and people you can be comfortable with and feel safe with. That's one of like the
Yeah.
things to have. So that's awesome that that was something that was strengthened this year.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice.
And I think me too, because this year, well, this was my first full year in Madison since we had just moved back we moved back August of 2022. So
Mhm.
all of 2023 we've been in Madison, and I feel like I'm so lucky and grateful that I live close to my family, so I got to see them
Yeah.
all the time.
That's amazing, yeah.
Weekends, during the week, we would have movie night on a random Tuesday night.
That's nice.
So I feel like we got that much closer, especially me and my sister. So
Yeah.
so now it kind of sucks that we're leaving because I'm like, damn, I'm
I
this like
know.
this happened so quickly. But but this year was great in terms of that, just being that much closer to my family and just seeing them and doing things with my mom on a regular basis. Like we would go to the gym on
Mhm.
Wednesdays, or like talked about earlier, we would go running or do the 5Ks
Yeah.
and just do things like that. It's been really cool. And just the cabin trip was like super special to me, and
Mhm.
just having Jasmine there to be with you all as well, and like just bringing everybody together that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's
So,
fun.
and so
I liked it.
I've been seeing like friends that I haven't seen in a while. I'm gonna see them
Mhm.
before I leave. So, I mean, that's cool too, like when they make the effort to see you, right?
Mhm.
And I feel like, when we did our I guess mini get together, going away gathering, I was like,
Mhm.
what? The people that are here are the ones that needed to be here, kind of thing.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's super like special to me. So
Yeah.
hopefully in Texas, no, not hopefully, this is gonna happen. I will keep in touch with
You
friends.
better. I'm just
Family. Well, you and I
if you
definitely
don't,
gotta
that's
be
fine.
talking.
Oh, obviously, because of the podcast. Or else, yeah, this is our last episode ever, y'all. Just kidding.
No, just kidding.
That's hilarious. Yeah. No, I'm sure you'll figure it out. I mean,
Yeah.
there will be some adjustment, but I'm sure like we'll stay in touch. But I don't know about you and your other friends, but I'm just kidding.
I don't know about y'all, but we good.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
I know it's
No, it'll be good.
FaceTime. Yeah, it'll be good. I'm
Yeah.
gonna try to push myself a little bit more next year in terms of meeting new people.
Mhm.
And I found out there was like there's a chess club in Denton in the
Wow.
downtown area. They meet at some pub or something and they just like play chess on
Mhm.
Tuesday nights. And I'm like, I love chess. Why don't I just
Yeah.
go try it out?
Yeah, do it. That'll be fun.
It's
Let me know
nerve-wracking,
how it
Michelle.
goes.
It's nerve-wracking.
I know. Like the Queen Gambit.
Dude, for real.
I'm like thinking about shows, like how dramatic and cool it is, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, it's nerve-wracking.
I'm
But
so
yeah, I'm sure it
I'm
will be,
nervous to
but
try new things like that. I mean, that's scary. At
yeah.
least for me it is.
No, yeah, it is. So that's really, it's really nice that you already have a plan and that you're gonna go do it and at least try. And if you don't like it, well, at least you tried, you know?
Yeah, at least
But
I
I'm
tried.
sure you'll like it. I'm sure it'll be fun.
I mean, it seems cool. Like I looked it up and they were like, all levels welcome. We're just here to have fun and play some chess. And
Yeah.
it's hard to find people who like to play it and would want to play it with you. So like so far I've really only played it with like my cousins that also play it
Hmm.
for fun sometimes. So I
Yeah.
played it before, but other than that, I just play random people online
Yeah.
ever. And so it's like not the same. It's not the same.
Yeah. So it'll
So
be nice to have something in person.
yeah, and then that'll be my opportunity to meet people, I guess.
Yeah, you will. So that's one of your goals, or would I say resolutions for the new year?
Mhm.
That,
Good
or
segue.
yeah.
Um, that's a good segue to that conversation. I think that'll be one of my goals to push myself a little more out of my comfort zone
Yeah.
and try new things in person.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like even just working from home because I don't socialize too much with other people in person besides
Mm.
Jasmine and my family and my friend, like my close friends. And I have a pretty small friend circle. So beyond that, I feel like, and even since the pandemic, right, before I even started my work from home job, it's been that much harder for me to go out and socialize with people.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a challenge for me, but challenge accepted.
Yep, you got this.
Thank you. I'll let you know how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
What about
I'm
you?
sure you
Resolutions?
mm, I'm trying to think. I always say this, but I guess take care of my health more. I
That's
have
been
been doing a
your goal
better
for every year.
Yeah, I have been doing a better job this year, in terms of like eating and exercising. I definitely do that. Um, but I'm thinking of maybe either, um, I don't know, maybe getting back into swimming would be nice.
Cool.
Um, I used to swim, but I don't, so I would want to. That'd be nice. But I definitely have been more active these past few months compared to the beginning of the year. So yeah, just continuing to be more active.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, that and this might be a little weird to say, or I don't know if it's weird, but
Okay.
um, I guess I don't know why I always think about this. I always think about my career. It's so bad. Um, I'm thinking about how I can, because I'm an attorney,
Mm-hmm.
so thinking how like I've been reflecting a lot about how my role as an attorney, like what is my role as an attorney within these bigger movements happening across
Yeah.
the world and the US and organizing. So I really want to have a clearer mindset or a clearer path as to how I can use my role in these spaces. I've been brainstorming some ideas. So something with that, I think that that's really important, especially with everything happening. Um, I don't necessarily, I don't like by me saying that, I'm not trying to sound or say that I want to be some sort of leader or anything because I don't. I just want to do some type of work or something that can provide support to the organizing that's already being done.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's been something that's been on my mind a lot recently. So I don't know if that sounds weird or not, but that,
No, that's important. And you want to do that through your work that you're doing now as an attorney, right? Or like in general too, you want to do some of that stuff.
I don't think it needs to go through like my job or my employer, but
Mhm.
it's in addition to that. It's not
Yeah.
just like, okay, what is my role as an attorney at my job? Not that, but more like the things are happening in the world and people are organizing and movements are happening. But what can I do? Either as my own personal self, which I already know what I can do with my personal self, and I have been doing things on my own, but like what can I do as my role as an attorney?
Mm,
And what does that look like and what does that mean?
yeah.
So that's something that I've been thinking about. So that, but then also like I would really like to travel more. Yeah, and being outdoors more. This past year we did a lot of like cabins and like camping, like with
Mhm.
friends, with my family. So I want to continue that too. I really like camping and I really like going to cabins, so definitely going to be doing that
Yeah.
in 2024, but more traveling in terms of like I want to go like to different states maybe or
Mhm.
travel outside the country. I'm not sure because like
Mhm.
we'll see, but I would want to travel more.
Yeah. You got this. You'll be able to travel hopefully and get that time off that you wanted to get off this year. You could do this next year.
Yeah, I mean I can. There's no it's just me holding myself back, TBH, but yeah, well, for
Sometimes I'm
sure.
like, you know what? When I have enough money, I'm gonna go here and here and here. And then I think to myself, the more I say if I have the money, I'll go, it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna say,
Yeah.
no, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna make it work. And I actually got that like insight from my mom because she's like, we
Hmm.
can tell ourselves whenever I have this, I'll be able to do that.
Yeah.
And while that is valid, I
Hmm.
think it can be also limiting.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
I think, yeah, I think for me, I'm gonna just try to grow in all aspects of my life, not just with meeting new people. That's gonna be one big thing, but doing more with my job, with my work, more with myself being more active and involved in certain capacities, outside of just my little bubble, but further in the community. I don't know, I just want to do better in a lot of ways, in the different aspects of
Hmm.
my life. And
Yeah.
whatever that looks like is what it looks like. I don't know right now.
Yeah. And it can shift and change and
Yeah.
yeah,
And I
that's
think
good.
that's exciting. That's an exciting part of it.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna be open to receiving whatever comes up this next year.
Yeah. That's a good way to look at it. Especially you're gonna be in a new place, just being
Yeah.
open to whatever happens or
Yeah.
whoever you meet and things like
Yeah.
that. That'll be good.
Yeah.
Yay. And I'm gonna plan to visit you, obviously.
Dude, please do,
And
man.
you can come visit me too.
I
Huh?
know. I keep saying that I want to take Jasmine to the Mall of America and to go
Yeah.
try a Juicy Lucy just to kind of go see, and like Minnehaha Falls and all those places that y'all
Yeah.
took me to
Yeah.
show her. So, yeah.
Yeah. It would be fun.
Maybe in the
There's
summer
a
because
lot of good food.
yes, there
A lot
is.
of good drink. Oh well, if yeah, there's just a lot of good stuff.
All of it, yeah. And hopefully in the summer, because the summer in Texas or down south is like, really, really, really hot. So I don't
Wow.
want to
Yeah.
be in 105-degree weather. Uh, and
Yeah.
summers in the Midwest are super pretty. They're
It's so
super
nice.
nice. So
Yeah.
in the summertime, that would be fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah. So, and we're gonna keep up with this podcast, everyone.
I
So
know.
stay tuned. I wanted to do a little bit reflecting on the podcast. This wasn't on the outline, but I just kind of thought about this. Do you have a
Okay.
memory, like a favorite memory on the podcast or a favorite episode? I have to scroll through all our episodes.
Let me think about it a little bit. Let me see.
Um, Let me look here
Hmm.
because we've done a lot.
Yeah. I
We've
know
done,
an episode that I really want to do that we
yeah,
haven't done. Well, we kind of did it. We did it with your siblings, but I think we
yeah, the
should
sibling.
finally, like this next year, we need to do with my sisters
I
because
know.
it's
Yeah, it has
fucking
to happen.
hilarious.
It has to happen. It has to happen.
I know I'm a little bit worried though because my sisters and I were so different.
That's the
Like,
fun part.
I'm just worried. Like, what are they gonna say? Like, it's
Yeah.
just funny. But yeah, I'm down to do it. They're freaking
Yeah.
hilarious. We're all different, so it'd be nice.
Yeah. I think that's gonna
All
be
right.
fun, and they're both of your sisters are so fun, and I think it's gonna be a good episode. So,
Yeah, it'll be
but yeah,
interesting.
we called it the Sibling Chronicles. We did that in December 30th of 2020. That's when
I
that
know. Okay, so we definitely need to do my
come
sisters this
on.
coming
It has
year.
to happen.
Yeah, sorry. That's mostly on me because I need to actually set a time when I'm in Milwaukee because both of my sisters are there. So set a time when they're there and they're available. But at the
Yeah,
same time, it's kind of hard because my younger sister Jackie is just like she has her own plans and it's
yeah,
kind of
different.
hard. And then my older sister too, like she has kids and stuff. So
Yeah,
I think what's your favorite? I think my favorite was
going through. We've done a lot of episodes.
yeah.
We've talked about.
I like the let's talk marriage, children, and monogamy
Oh
one
yeah,
conversation. That was funny. That was fun.
that one was good.
That's funny because we're like, we're not married. We don't have kids.
But we're still gonna talk about this. We're also not
Yeah.
in open relationships, but we're still gonna talk about
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's important to talk about these topics, obviously. I
it.
mean, we're 30-year-olds. Like, obviously, we're gonna have these conversations.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, we've thought about these things. So,
Yeah. All right.
uh, do
What's
you
your favorite?
hmm. Well, I really liked when we had guests. So
Yeah. Did
those
we
were a
have
lot
any this
of
past year?
fun. Yeah, we did.
Oh, yeah, we
We
did. Yolanda
had
and Becca,
Yolanda, Becca.
your sister, my sister, Jackie and
That was this year?
Brenda. Yeah, in like for February,
Mm-hmm.
Valentine's.
Mm-hmm. We
Mm,
talked about aging and getting older.
yeah.
Oh, that was last year. Hold on. Let me look at
Yeah,
20.
we didn't I feel like we didn't really didn't post as much as we would have wanted to this past year, but I think it's yeah, we were kind of busy with a lot of things, but
Yeah.
hopefully get upload a little bit more next year.
Yeah. I mean, I really like how we are pretty eclectic, I guess, with our interests of topics because we talk about so many different things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's random, right? Which is
It
like
is so random.
our whole
Yeah.
thing. And I really like that. So
Mm-hmm.
we hope that y'all have been enjoying. If you listen to these episodes, we hope you've been enjoying them. We hope you've been able to relate. We hope you've taken something out of this. And
Yeah.
we hope you continue to join us in this next year.
Same. We're definitely I like the topics that we talk about. We definitely are very millennial.
Yes.
Um, yo, I think we should do an episode about like how millennials we have gone through so much shit in this
In
world
30 years.
in
Yes.
30 years, like since we were born and all the stuff that's been like happened throughout the world in our lives and then it's continuing like yeah, I think we've had
We've gone through
as
it.
like as a generation, we've gone through it. And
Mhm.
yeah, shout out to all my millennials slash the people who turned 30 this year.
Shout
Proud of
out
you.
to the 30
Proud
year
of
old.
you. Yeah.
We're proud of you and we're excited for you, whatever comes next.
Yeah, we're excited for
All the things.
2024. 2023 is over. There's more work to do. We're excited.
Yep. And we're here.
Comment, interact. Let us know what
Yeah.
you want us to talk about. If you want to be
Yeah.
a guest, maybe let us know.
Jasmine's cheering
Um,
us on. She just got home.
yay.
Like, yeah.
Nice.
So
But yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited for us. Let us know what are your resolutions? What are your reflections on 2023? What are you hoping for 2024? We're going to be
Hmm.
cheering you on. And we hope you stay tuned for our next episode, our first one of 2024, y'all.
Yep. Take
Back. And I'll
care.
be in Texas at that time.
I know. Oh, I'm excited.
All
All
right,
right.
y'all.
Be safe. Have fun. Take
Have
care
fun,
of
be safe.
yourselves.
Don't ignore the bad things that are happening in this world and do your best to show up in the way that you can.
Yeah, that's true.
Bye, I'll see you next year.
All right. Bye.
Bye.